Hi, Christine Stock with 360 Woman Entrepreneur, and I am joined in studio today with Lynn Getke, our COO.
Hello.
Welcome, Lynn. So this week's topic has been follow your heart, passion. The same thing.
Yes.
And I wanted to tell you and share with everybody on my way into work this morning, the Dolly Parton song 9 to 5 came on.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, wow.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know, right? And I was like, wow, what a perfect fit for our topic. Not that the 9 to 5 part, but the story that song tells about how the alarm clock goes off and she hates to get up and her boss holds her down for being who she wants to be. And I'm like, wow, we know so many people that's their true life story.
That's right.
And it's so sad, I think, you know. So I just thought, wow, what a great way to kick my day off and to do our, recording of that. So anyway, let's jump right in. You and I both know a lot of women at different seasons of life go through this, I don't know who I am anymore. I lost my sense of identity. I don't know what my passion is.
Right.
You know?
In the 30s, sometimes 40s, sometimes 50s. I can kind of relate to that with my kids getting older and they're almost out of school now. And they're almost out of the house, actually.
Right.
And I don't, what am I going to do with my life? Am I headed in the right direction? I've lived half my life already. What am I going to do for the second half of my life? It's like almost freedom to do whatever you want. And
but a lot of women take that the other way, and it can spin them into a depression instead of looking at the positive side. So that's what we want to try to help encourage, is to give them some tips and ideas to start asking themselves, to get them on track to find their passion, to follow their heart, and to take what they may be looking at as a negative and turn it into a positive.
Right.
Because like you said, you're like, it's a freedom.
It is.
That, I'm still a mom, but I don't have to do the everyday mom stuff.
Right. Well, it could apply to somebody that just retired as well.
Right. Any season.
They may say, I can move. I could, move to another state. I could start my own business. I could do whatever I want. It doesn't matter your age, really. It's a matter of how you feel, what you want to do. And if you have the time, now's the time.
That's right. That's great. So let's share with our audience, because they're in that bracket, whether they're a young mom and they're at home with the kids and they're like, I just feel like I'm a mom. I don't know who I am anymore, or whether they're becoming an empty nester or they're a retiree, any of those seasons, because that's pretty much who our audience is. Let's give them 4 tips on things to ask themselves to start that process.
Okay, so let's say when you were little, looking back to them times, what are some of the things you like to do? Did people ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yes.
Like, I want to be an artist. I want to.
And you still say that, though. and you get to use your art every day.
Yeah.
And that's funny you bring that up, because I remember distinctly in 2nd grade, my teacher saying, draw what you want to be when you grow up. And I drew me behind a desk being the President of the United States.
And really, you are.
Right.
In your own world.
I wouldn't want the President of the United States job and all that burden on my shoulders, but I am a president in my own world. So it is ironic how you say, look back to your childhood, what did you want to be? Because that gives us those hidden clues to what our heart was telling us as a child.
Right. And you can also look back and say, well, what did I like to do? There's a reason you like to do certain things, because we're all given a gift and talents, and if you could just figure them out by looking, look back in your past and see what you were good at. What subjects in school were you really good at? Maybe it may not be that if you were good at math, you're going to be a mathematician.
Right.
It may be that
an accountant.
I was going to say an accountant, but that's
still, that's still
a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things. You can take the tips that you get from looking back into your childhood as a sign of where you might need to go.
Absolutely. No, that's a great one. I seen for me in my life was listening to what other people were telling me.
Yes.
You know, I was ignoring the fact that I love people and that I love talking to people and that I love being an encourager.
People do tell you that all the time.
Right, and they still do, but luckily they start telling me that early enough on that a light bulb went off and thought, that's what my passion is. That's what I love to do.
Right, you need to pay attention to what people are saying to you.
Yeah. So
they're telling you for a reason.
Right. So that's a great second tip. So what do you think for a third one? Do you have...
What kind of books, magazines do you have in the house?
Good
I
idea.
mean, you look at your bookshelf and you see a bookshelf full of books. Well, look at you summarize them.
The common theme that
What
you
is
have.
the common theme of all of them? Do you have Forbes magazine? Do you have, I don't know.
Good
I don't have
housekeeping.
too many magazines in my house at the moment.
We just have a lot of books in both
We
of our
have
houses.
lots
yes.
of books.
And yeah, that's a good idea. Like if they have more finance books, or do you have more personal development books,
Or architectural
yeah,
design books.
that's true. You do have a lot of art books in your house.
Yes,
so,
I do.
Yes, there you go. So that's tip 3. Pay attention to the books and magazines that you're drawn to naturally, because that's part of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so final 4th tip, because we could go on about this all day. So the 4th tip, any idea?
I'll let
We
you
can
take
do-
this one.
So if we started with looking into your childhood, what do you want to be when you grow up, and then listening to people, and then the third one was what books and magazines do you have? I would probably say, as a 4th tip, what do you do naturally that makes you feel accomplished? You know,
That's very true.
whether it's being a caregiver and you love taking care of people, and at the end of the day you feel accomplished and rewarded, then that's your gift.
Right.
If serving food makes you feel accomplished and good while you're doing it, and makes the people that you serve, like us, happy that we get to eat, you know, that's all good too. I mean,
Right.
I think we tend to ignore what makes us feel good and that we are naturally talented at doing.
Right. Just the feeling that you've mastered something is an accomplishment, and that you may be able to take that and do something forward with that.
Absolutely. So I hope that helps you on your journey of finding your passion, following your heart, no matter what you do. As long as you do the best that you can and it makes you feel the best that you can possibly feel, that's all that really matters. So, till next time, I'm Christine Stock,
And I'm Lynn Gepke.
and here's to your success.